Hello Aries, welcome back to my channel. This will be a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, having a look to see what's potentially coming up for you. If you were after a private reading with me, Aries, please feel free to email me and we can go ahead and arrange that. My email is listed below in the show more section. Otherwise, please feel free to leave behind a like, a share, or a subscribe. If you enjoy this content, I'd be more than happy to welcome you in to the YouTube family with open arms. So thank you so much. Let's have a look and see, Aries, what's coming up. Anything you need to know. Okay, wanted to lay out 4 cards. Okay, this is very powerful, Aries. I love when signs come up representing themselves because it shows powerful changes and it shows a lot of confidence and a lot of control over the circumstances that may or may not play out around you. So you've definitely come up with this Emperor energy here, Aries. And I feel like you're in a position of control and respect. You're demanding that respect, I think, when it comes to love. You're coming up as the Emperor, so I definitely feel you're in a position where you are calling the shots or you are sort of dictating things when it comes to love. With the Emperor, I feel like he's so set in his ways, which can almost be stubbornness, but I think there's something here that's going to come up. I don't know if it's an argument. You do have the 5 of Wands. It's a somewhat disorientating energy, Aries, and it can definitely indicate that there might be some sort of altercation or fight or something that pans out here for you. But I feel like it's not going to change your opinion. I feel like it's your way or the highway, Aries. You know, and I'm not surprised to see this, but I feel like it might have come to a point where you're ready to make those big decisions or those big choices. I think something like this 5 of Wands energy has been going on for quite some time, and you've struggled to lay down foundations, or you've struggled to sort of get into alignment with someone, Aries, and maybe there's been fights, maybe you've just seen these struggles, maybe in a way you've tried to fight for something here, and maybe it's because you were hopeful of the future. Okay, you do have the future, but I think something's changing with you, Aries. I think you're thinking a lot more about the future than perhaps what you had considered, and as a result of this, your thought process is changing. Could it be a change of heart for you? Absolutely. This could absolutely indicate that you're changing your mind about a connection, about a person, because you don't see it in your future. But look, maybe you do, okay? Maybe you see, maybe you're so certain, you're so set in your ways that this person, this connection is part of your future. And I often associate the 3 of Wands as the long distance card. You can see him overlooking the valley. And it's a card of thinking ahead, thinking about the future, thinking about how it's going to impact you. And there could be a set of circumstances that occur make you feel this way. I don't know, for some of you there's talks of the future or there's plans for the future with someone that you're with or someone that you might be connecting with. It might be someone foreign or someone that is at a distance. So for those engaging in long distance relationships, that could definitely be the case. Third party situation? I don't think so, Aries. I don't think it's the case. There might be options in love for you, and there might be options coming up in the very near future. I think that could also be coming up around you. So possible or potential options in love. But you do have 2 4s around you, and 4 is a number of concreteness and solidarity. And with that 4 of Pentacles, he sits here and he's sort of guarded, but he knows what he has is worth holding on to, and he's not going to budge. He knows what he's got to offer, and if someone doesn't want it, he's not going to chase after them, Aries. I don't feel like it's rejection. I don't feel like you're going to be rejected. If you're coming up as the Emperor, it's going to be you that will be rejecting someone else. Now, maybe you've given them far too many chances. Maybe they've gone against your trust. Maybe they've done something that has made you confused or uncertain. But the 5 of Wands can also be competition. I don't know if you and your partner might be competing with each other somehow. I don't know if it's like you're competing to outdo each other, you're competing like to earn each other's love, maybe earn each other's trust. You know, when the Emperor comes in, the Emperor is in intimidating energy. So it could be that someone around you is feeling a little bit intimidated by you, Aries. Either the energy that you're sort of, you know, I wouldn't say it's a smugness or an arrogance. I just feel like someone's trying to appease you and they might be struggling to do this. So this makes me believe, why are they trying so hard? Have they done something to make so much effort? Are they trying to right their wrongs? I mean, it could be the case. For some of you, it may be reversed. Maybe the Emperor is the person that you're dealing with. Maybe it is an Aries that you're dealing with, fellow Arian. However, I feel this is more you. And what the Emperor says goes. The Emperor has a lot of influence. You might even say something in passing, but someone is going to act on it, Aries. For example, you might say to your partner, oh, I don't like the fact that you've still got pictures of your ex, or I don't like the fact that you don't do this in the relationship, or, you know, I have to be honest, I don't like this. I think you're coming from a constructive place, like constructive criticism or constructive feedback, but I feel like the person that you're dealing with may action things, and you will see that sort of influence. You will see that the power you have over someone is there. But look, the Emperor's almost dressed for battle. From his ironclad shoes, you know, he's got his crown, and then you've got that card of intensity or explosive anger, and makes me think that there's something about opposition coming up, Aries. You may or may not start a fight, you may be involved in a fight or some sort of altercation, and it might come from competition, or you feel threatened in some way. You might feel threatened. Could be like a jealousy thing maybe for some of you. But you're so steadfast. I mean, that's such an admirable quality about you, Aries. You're very steadfast. Are you sort of watching and waiting to see how things play out? You might see things play out as you want them to, Aries, okay? Definitely, the Emperor's very entitled. The Emperor has everything he's ever wanted: glory, fame, honor, respect, idolatry, abundance, money, dominion, land, territory. And I do feel like he leads a very comfortable energy. He's the Emperor. There is no one higher than him, not in his eyes, apart from if he believes in God. And I think you're in a comfortable place, and I do feel like things will play out in your favor, okay? Especially anything to do with people's reactions or people's thoughts, you know, the people that you're dealing with. But something about the future or the long-term future conversations or thoughts are coming up. Even people that you're meeting maybe for the first time, or if there's people competing for your time and your energy or your affection, you're going to pick the one that you feel is suited to your long-distance future, because there's things happening around you externally and perhaps internally that are making you think long-term. Not that you didn't think that before, but your perspective is you're coming into this, you know, with a very fresh perspective, is what I want to say. And to have that come up, Aries, I think you're not budging. Unless they give you something worthy, you're not moving. You're not going to step forward. I don't think you're going to accept anything. I think you're waiting them. I know, and I think it is. I think it's a case of let them come to you, watch how things play out, and I think it's going to fall in your favor. And I think you'll see how much you really mean to someone here. I mean, there's definitely some sort of test or approach that will happen for a lot of you, and you'll come to that sort of realization or understanding. I will leave your reading at that though, Aries, so thank you again for tuning in.